Hello YouTube, it is Damien. It is the BVB rebuild. It is episode 5. Today we do have a double header. We have Copenhagen in the second group stage game in Group C of the Europa League before we play Bayern in Munich away in the Bundesliga. It's been a fun old time here at Dortmund. There's been some highs, there's been some lows, there's been some interesting gameplay, and there has been games that have made you want to tear your hair out, and there's been games where we have looked absolutely dominant. We've also had a very busy last couple of days, hence why this episode is being uploaded here on the Sunday. I'm actually recording it right before I then render it and edit it and upload it because it's been such a busy weekend. It was Thursday that we released the last episode by memory. I'm pretty sure it was the 18th or the 19th, whatever the Thursday was. And then we have obviously had a game on Friday night, real life coaching. Look, all I'm going to say is that if you coach in real life and you're 3-0 down at halftime, it is time to earn your money. Because that's what happened to me on Friday night. Made a very good team talk, I thought. It was one of my better ones because you guys have seen me play FM, my long-term views. I get quite annoyed and quite mad. In real-life coaching, there is no point in doing that. You have to stay calm, you have to stay composed, so your players feed off you and they understand the message you try to get across to change games of football. And that's what I did on Friday night, especially when you're coaching like at 16's development side. They're kids at the end of the day. Yeah, they're very good. Yeah, you're getting them ready to play senior football the next year or two to aid their development. But, at the end of the day, they're still kids. So if you go off at them, more than likely, if you remember when you were a kid and your mum told you off, you're not going to really listen, are you? You're just going to be head down. So gave him a good team talk and drew 3-3 and missed a chance to go 4-3 up in the 90th minute. Would have been unreal. And then obviously yesterday I had my cricket semi-final, which means I didn't stream either. And I'm letting you know right now, Damien did not make a duck. And saying that, Damien got out for 7. What a catch, though. Looked amazing. It's what if you played cricket, you understand what I'm about to say. If you haven't played cricket, you're going to say what you're on about. You made 7. That was the best I've batted all year, and that's a good sign. I haven't batted bad all year. A lot of my dismissals this year have been just sneaking off behind the wicket, and hence what this one was as well. And that usually means that you're in form because you're good enough to see the ball and still get bat on it when it does a bit. And as an opening batsman, you just wear it. Middled everything out the middle, play this flick off my legs, which I'm not really particularly great off my pads, for 4, and I was like, I'm on here. And then unfortunately got a very good ball, which jumped off a length to about chest high that I was already going to run down the third man because they moved their field and had a slip, a deep backward point and a third man. And I was like, there's just runs there. That's how I got off the mark, first ball, and I just rode it, and unfortunately took the top of the edge, and slip went across to his right. When it came off the bat, I was like, that's a thickest outside edge. That still runs. I've guided that well. I rode that nice. And he took a diving screamer. And I was like, wow. I guess if you made a semi-final, you know how to field. So, yeah, great. And just walked off. Credited the guy with drinks. In the end, we made 135 and 40 overs. And our home ground's not great to bat on. Pitch does a little bit of unvariable bounce, since why I got done with a jumping one. And the outfield was horrid. Always horrid. There doesn't run. That's probably the best it's been all year. And we bowled out third for 82, 83, doesn't matter. And so Damo is into a grand final. Hence why I didn't film or upload an episode last night, because it was also Paulie's a big part of his channel's birthday. And look, it just means that the episode today is coming out a couple days later than what I would like. Enough about me, why the episode's late. Let's get into today's episode. It's Copenhagen. It's a side that we know well from our SFB days, obviously. And we're still streaming that as well, so links down below. And if you are loving the Dortmund save, please let me know down below in the comments and give it a like. As you can see here, though, it's been interesting times. So since we last met, which was Hoffenheim, Hanover, we drew 4-4 to Cologne, and I was tearing my head out. And I was like going, really? We looked good just every time that they went forward. They looked like scoring, and it was a weird game, this one. It was one of those games where it's just like, wow, we got some really big problems at the back. We look good going forward. I don't know what's going on. We then played Berlin, and we won 4-0. And I was like, okay, we're back now. We're back. It's good. Not a problem. Royce getting injured again. Royce comes back and gets injured in training again. I haven't used Royce a bit. Sorry, Jaden. Royce is just been getting injured at his ripe old age at 32 and starting to decline pretty rapidly. Still will have a big part around the club, but Reina has been magnificent. He has come in Royce's absence and scored 4 goals with 2 assists, and Reina has been absolutely unreal at a 7.92. He is not playing today against Copenhagen because we are resting him for the next 2 league games, including Munich. But yeah, Gabriel Barbosa getting his first goal for the club, and we looked sensational in this game here. We then played the Gardeners FIF in the first game of the group. Yeah, it was important that we won, yes. Second thing though, from the update, we're getting games, it's either we draw 4-4, we got one game where we won 4-0, which was great, or we're getting games like this. Their keeper had a pretty good day in goals, nothing wanted to go in, I scored in the 78th, and I thought we were done and dusted before Haaland came off the bench, so I rotated here, and scored late to win it. This seems to be happening a lot since the update. So what's been happening is that we've been creating a lot of chances, loads of chances, and just not scoring, right? And in the games we do score, we go concede. So it's weird, but it is what it is. I then made a change against Leipzig. I'm not a fan of putting in work into the box because it's an instruction if you go and read, right? And I've put it in now, right? If you put it in, players will remain patient and not forcing the issue to retain the ball until they can play one into the box or send someone through. Well and good if you're playing possession-based football, but that means if you've got an overlapping fullback that you can slip down the line, or you can switch it out to an overlapping fullback to get across into the box. When that's ticked on, it's meant to be that no, they won't play that pass. It's all about keeping the ball until they can slip someone into the box to have a goal. Last year and the year before, I used it because the match engine would still let you play the fullback and still get crosses into the box. This year, until this patch, it has been dead. You put that on and literally you only get 1-2 chances a game of clear-cut quality because you're just trying to force it into the box a lot. Now I've turned it back on since this latest patch. It works a treat. We're knocking the ball around, still at a decent pace, and it's not too patient. We're still looking to get in the box, but we're also still getting the wide men and involved, and that's exactly what we like to see as well. And then we beat Freiburg 4-1 as well. I'm just going to highlight this with the first game that I tried it, which was Leipzig, and we looked amazing. And Leipzig are they're no mugs, so I'm actually going to show you the Leipzig goals here. There's so many goals that I'm not going to show you all of them. I was maybe going to do it, but I would rather just have the chat about, why the weekend was so busy. I think it's important to give you guys the full clarity of why you haven't had an episode for a couple of days. But as you can see here, just knocking the ball around lovely. Reina's in there. What a finish. What a goal. Like, that goal there is unbelievable. If we can... Oh, never mind. I was going to go back another 10 seconds and recap it again. But yeah, and then Reina just doing things, and then with the ball into the box is unreal, and that is very well played. And when working to the box off, that pass wasn't connecting. And now it is, which is great. But as you can see, Menino on the ball, Ceballos, what a ball, takes the centre-backs out of it. Unfortunately, doesn't get the assist for it. He's been really good, by the way, the new signing. And then, yeah, interesting one, because I haven't taught us to really go long, and Reina picks it up, and he doesn't miss this, because the man in form will not miss, and there he goes. And look, it was a pretty good game, pretty weird goal that last one, because we don't tell Ukraine or Kakri to go long, but yeah. But we've looked good, and that's all that matters, apart from it being a little bit of a blimp and, not playing our best football until we turn back into the box off, we've looked pretty good, and maybe it's the start of something really special. We can go on with it. Anyway, we do have Copenhagen today, and it is an important game in the group. If we go into the group and I turn my ugly face cam off, we are top of the group because Copenhagen and Sparta Prague did draw 1-1 against each other. Sparta Prague at home are going to be a pretty decent side. I'm obviously on 3 points, and this will be a massive 3 points away from home. The goal should be to win every group stage game, but we'll wait and we'll see what happens. But at the moment, we do look okay. Anyway, Kakri in goals with Munier coming in to fuel the right back role so Menino gets some rest. Garcia, Hummels and Schultz, give Garcia a game. Hummels can lead the line with Schultz on the left, who's not all the worst and should be okay against Copenhagen. Witzel's coming back in with Ceballos there as well. Makoku. Mackey's coming to the shadow striker role because of Royce's injury. And he can play it. Oh, jeez. I don't know what could we clicked on there. Royce's injury, wherever you are, there. And Reina has just been playing so many minutes because of the injury that I just want to give him some rest so he's good enough for the league games as well. And then Jude Bellingham's not 100% fit either. But expect to see Jude come in there as well. Sancho on the left-hand side, Macias would play there in this game, but unfortunately not. And I have gone Haaland up top just to make sure we do have some goal-scoring threat. Barbosa probably deserves a start in here because we need to keep him happy. Hoping that he'll start playing his preferred position soon. Look, at the moment, if the guy wants to leave because he doesn't play in his preferred role, then I'll sell him for a profit because I've bought him in to play left wing and right wing, and that's where he will play. Anyway, it's still a pretty strong side. This is a pretty strong Copenhagen side that usually win the league first few years. Zek is unreal. Obviously, Victor Fischer, Jonas Wind stays there for a little bit there. Victor Nelson's unbelievable. Marcelo is not the actual Marcelo that you're thinking of. And Damian is on the bench, who has given me a horrid time in SFB for many, many, many seasons. Is still there 13 seasons in. Anyhow, we are going to go and press the impressing intensity here. Into the dressing room we go. Tunnel, and I enjoy these matches a lot. I've got a good squad available to me to rotate, and I still believe that we can rotate. Oh, that stadium looks so familiar from our time in Denmark. If you want to, YouTube, put a timestamp. Let me know your score prediction here. I predict we win the game, but it'll be a close game of football. Anyhow, Haaland has scored 9 goals in 7 games so far. That's pretty good to see. And Dortmund apparently is the prediction from SI there in the comment section as well. I would say that we should win this game. Anyway, that is so quick, and that is still 3D. It's picking it up from the highlights before, which it wasn't that quick, I don't think. Anyway, all right, back into 2D, and the throw-in there finds Pep Bill. His effort's blocked, but it falls to Falk into Varela. Varela now with a chance to whip one. Schultz picks him off, and he has the ball down the line, which is simple, but Schultz decides to give it back to him. Rightio. Anyway, Nelson now. Good press again, but Valera's got space, and Zeka. And they're getting between the lines a little bit too easy here. Ernest Wind picked off eventually there by Schultz, and Kakri now. And we got shape, and we can play out. Schultz now has to go to Hummels. Has to come out the other way. Really has to come out the other way. Oh, my. We're praying right into this three-man press here. In the end, it's just lumped along. Haaland picks it up. Just a little bit of luck, and more luck. I guess when you have Haaland's a little bit of a cheat code, right? Because there's no way we deserve to score from that highlight. That press that had us in here was unreal. They weren't letting us go out the other side because the press was good. Picking us up in here and forcing this long ball. I just guess because it's Haaland, it falls to him, yeah? And his effort's blocked and it hits him and falls back to him. That feels dirty for me that we've gone 1-0 up for a goal like that, because to be quite fair, that wasn't deserved at all. But it is what it is. As you can see, Sparta Prague right now are leading as well, which you do expect against DJ Gardeners. But yeah, it is what it is. But now we've gone back up top. Apparently, it's a pulled knee ligament for Mokoku. We will take him off at halftime to get Gabby on. Well, it's Barbosa, but they call him Gabby in the match engine. Anyway, Hummels now looks inside, finds Witzel, ball out to Sancho. He can beat a man here. Takes him down the line, which is exactly what you want to see. Still going down the line. Beats another in the end. Jonassen's going to make a pretty simple save. But a little bit from Sancho. And Sancho, to be fair, has underperformed this year. Has not done much. Yeah, the right inside forward usually gets on the ball and scores a lot. Anyway, so Ceballos has looked good this year. I will show you his stats for the year once we get there. Anyway, it falls to Haaland again. It's 2 pretty lucky goals for Haaland. That's the whole reason we're playing him, though, because he's unbelievable. And he's a bit jammy. He's already his 50th goal for Dortmund, which is unreal too. But it's a bit jammy. In the end, Garcia, it's not in our mantra to go long, but he picked him out. Great tackle from Marcelo. Falls back to Haaland, and he ain't missing that. And that is 2-0. And there we are. By the way, advanced forward, since the engine, the next change I made from complete forward, broken. Advanced forward, broken. You can kind of see, broken. Anyway, 14 minutes played. Still looking good. Garcia inside the Macias. Finds Mokoku, who drives inside. Looking for Haaland again in the channel. Finds him. And in the end, Jonassen makes a great save. I think if we outwet the ball into the box, we definitely would have come wider than Monier. And I would have nearly preferred that, because there was definitely numbers brewing in the box. But in the end, Haaland does the job. Anyway, Mokoku does not win out. The short corner has worked. It's the long throws. I need to take them off. I keep forgetting to. But look, we're looking okay. Haaland's had a pretty good half. And when Haaland has a good half, you're usually going to win games of football. Anyway, we're going to start the second half here. And Haaland finds Witzel, Hummels, Ceballos, don't know what that was, finds Mokoku. No, Victor Fischer. A goal for them right now would be not ideal. Not going to say. That would not be favourable. Fischer still going to run. Falk, Wind, Good hit, good goal. Wow. In the end, unreal. Pretty good goal from Copenhagen. And you know what? Considering they're 2-0 down to 2 jammy Haaland goals, that is pretty unreal. Anyway, that is a hit and a half from Jochen Wind. Wow. Is what it is. Highlight again. That's not what you want to see. We're going to go from 2-0 up to 2-2. That would just sum up what the match end has been for me at the minute with Dortmund here. Anyway, good build-up play. And that's it, Witzel. That's all I want from you in the middle of the park. Play the way you face. That's a ball and a half to Haaland. That deserves a goal. This would be the first goal we deserve. Haaland hat-trick. What build-up play from the back. That is a clinical display of how you build up from the back. Just bounce it around, 1-2 touch, unreal. Nah. We're going back an extra 10 seconds, boys, when we win the ball, thanks. Because as a coach, this is the stuff you see. Munier just plays the way he faces. Garcia knocks it into Sabas. Play the way you face. Hummels, play the way you face. Right? And now you can play the ball because now you've got the passing lane. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. You know I'm a coach when I'm gawking over that and not Haaland scoring a hat-trick with a great finish, am I? But yeah, that is unbelievable. Well built out. 50 minutes played. Our 2-goal lead is restored. Haaland has a hat-trick. It's another highlight here for Pep Bill. Cat Cree has done well. Over bodies, claims it. And look, I'm going to say it, just after it happened, we're good from building out from the back, and he's gone long. Oh, well, it's fallen to Mokoku, a man that knows how to finish. Oh, he's hit the post. Would have been a great finish too. In the end, another highlight gone. All right, Mokoku's going to come off because he has that pull knee ligaments. And we are going to get Gabriel Barbosa in. Macias is going to come in for Sancho. And Sancho's going to come off for Jude Bellingham. Going to rest both of them. And Haaland we're going to bring off in about the 70th minute for KO George. Because we will try and get one more. So here's watch the long throw. He won't even get close now. Because the match engine, it's better that it's like this now. Because it's now fixed it so that you have to have a good long throw stat to go long. Before, you should just be able to lump it in with anybody. Anyway, Schultz now. Bellingham. Into Witzel. Looks for Macias. Cuts it to Gabriel Barbosa. It's 4-1, and that is good night, Copenhagen. And Gabriel Barbosa scores another one for me. And that's brilliant. This is the thing that I don't understand about this promise about playing in the preferred position. If you're coming in playing for Dortmund, coming from Brazil, and you're scoring goals as a winger, are you really going to complain that you're not playing through the middle and that's Haaland keeping you out of the middle? No. But it is what it is. I reckon that's next door neighbour's dog doing that. Sounds like a big dog though. It doesn't sound like it's yelping. It sounds like he's trying to get inside. I'll go have a look afterwards, YouTube. I'll keep you updated. There we go. There's your comment of the day. Damo's going to check on next door's dog. That's your comment down below. You're going to get weird phrases there. Yeah, there's that one there. Witzel looks pretty dead, actually. We might get Witzel off here. Gabriel Menino, though. Actually, you know what? Let's get Witzel off. Right? But we're 4-1 up. I want George to play minutes. Go into that. And go into that. Right? And just get Bellingham as a box-to-box. 2 inside forwards. And put that on a complete forward on attack. And just swap the two around. Or swap the two around, if it will let me. There we are. Go to that. Get Haaland dropping that a little bit deep on a complete forward on attack. And get KO George up top there as well. Sibelius, 6.6. Don't get that. Roman Playmaker either gets a great match rating or nothing. So, yeah. In the end, 4-1. We've gone 2 up top here just to end the game. This is just to get George out there. Anyway, Haaland, ball, touches. Great stuff. Brings it down. Still going Haaland. Can he get a fourth here? Oh, my God. Half a second, I thought he was going to do it all. Anyhow, it is A-OK. Sparta Prague have now scored 2 late goals there to kind of kill off Didier Gardenez. And we are going to win 4-1 here in our first game of today's episode in the Group Stage 2. In Group Stage C, Match Day 2 of the Champions League, I wish, of the Europa League. There we go. The dog is right there. I'm going to have a look because it doesn't sound normal, but if it's a big dog, that's them whining usually. But I'll double check anyway. Like I said, comment of today's video. Damo, go check on the dog. There we are. Anyway, as you can see, 6 points, 4 points, 1.0. We are looking really good. Dortmund aren't as good as they think. I would say that we absolutely towed you up. But yeah, especially our third goal. Was it our third goal? Yeah, our third goal was unreal. The goal that got Haaland his hat-trick. Anyway, look good. Should join Moneybags Chelsea. I don't think he should. Anyhow, guys, I'll see you guys in about a week's time in the match engine. For you guys, it'll be just like that. We will have the Bayern Munich game where we will recap Hamburg. We'll show you the goals of the Hamburg game as well. And I will let you know what's happening with the dog next door. And hopefully it is okay as well. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Welcome back, YouTube. It is time for us to play Bayern in the Bundesliga here. It is match day 8 for both of us. As you can see on the league table on the left-hand side, we are 3 points behind them. We do win today. We do get level points. I highly doubt we're going to overturn a 6-goal deficit to them, so we won't be top. But we will, of course, be level points, and that could be huge. And look, I would take a point. I would take 3 points here and run. Big news out of Bayern is that Neuer has got some lower back stress fractures, which does mean for Bayern at the moment that I believe Nubel is keeping for him. We're going to buy Nubel until we decide to go the Kapker option. But yeah, look, obviously a world-class goalkeeper in Neuer missing is always going to be huge for us. Since we also last met, we did play Hamburg. We did win 4-0. We looked pretty amazing in this one here. Haaland again going absolutely ballistic, and also Gabriel Barbosa, even though he doesn't like playing as a winger, gets a 9.0 and missed a goal as well, I think, to get a hat-trick, or to get a second. But yeah, as you can see here, one from a corner. We will put you on the 3D because that's what we do, like watching our goals in. But as you can see, Gabby on the ball finds Guerrero, pops a ball past the keeper, and that is 1-0 and all she wrote. Ball back stick, which Stones was cleared away before the ball comes back in, and Gabby Barbosa at the far stick heads home past the keeper for 2. Good ball in. And then Haaland decided to be Haaland and just go ballistic, I think, by memory, as Barbosa heads into Haaland, beats one. Very nice, great run. I think he may have nutmegged him too, and then we scored again to round it off with a 4-0 win. And look, what a ball. Barbosa's presence of mind to not shoot but laid into Haaland's path. It looked pretty nice indeed. And I am very, very happy with that. And look, hopefully we can get more of the same here against Bayern Munich in game number 2. More importantly, the dog next door was just complaining because he wanted to go inside. We have a new next door neighbours. They've got a young little family and their little kids are playing, and the dog could see him and wanted to join in. I think that is quite cute. So yes, I checked on the dog and the dog is fine. Look, team is full strength. We just had an international break as well. Reina still. He wasn't 100% fit, and then he went away and played for the USA, and now not 100% fit again. Macias needs to make the bench, that's for sure. Who am I dropping here? Schultz, that's an easy decision. But as you can see, Sancho picked up a slight knock in international friendlies, which is not good for me. But I am going to risk him. Haaland's not 100%, nor is Stones, but it is Bayern Munich. I am not going anything else but 100%, full throttle, 100% with the team selection. And this is our best 11, I feel. Kapker in goals of Gabriel Menino, who just been capped by Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Always nice to see that when you sign in a wonder kid and they get capped by one of the big nations. Stones, Hummels, and Rafael Guerrero, Emre Can with Ceballos alongside. And this guy, I'm telling you, the match ratings may not be there, but the games when he is on, he is absolutely on. Like, on against them there. He had a great game here and a great game here. And just the passing completion is unreal usually. It's weird because he gets a 6.6 here. He only missed 8 passes and he made 3 tackles and he won 3 tackles. And he still played a couple of key passes here too. Which, I find centre mid match ratings are very odd because that still for me is a really good game. Over 90 minutes, he only missed 8 passes. And if he's playing a lot of passes, that's still a pretty good achievement. Anyhow, look, Emre Can comes back into the lineup finally. Obviously, we rejected a bid from Bayern for him. Gabriel Barbosa in great form. Royce back for the first time in ages. Shout out to Jaden because Royce is in the 10 and he loves it. Sancho and Haaland obviously up top. And there we are. Look, it's nice to have Royce back. Big game. Reina not 100% fit. Reina and Royce are going to probably battle it out for that 10 role. I'm leaning Reina's way because he's been so good so far in the league. The wonder kid developing where Royce is starting to decline, picking up a few more injuries. I would rather go the youngster. But you know what? I love a bit of Marco Royce. So does a lot of other people. And he will start this big game here today. Score prediction in the chat. We're not live. I'm so used to saying that. Score prediction, timestamp it down below if you are interested in streams and all that. Links are down below. Go follow us. And obviously like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It does mean a lot. This save has been getting a huge amount of support. I do say thank you. But look, for me, I think we lose this game, but it'll be a really good game of football. We've been really, really good of late. We haven't really looked like conceding, and we've been looking like scoring. So, yeah, but a minute in, it's a very strong Munich side. If we just have a quick look at it, Lewandowski, Julian Brandt, who we sold I didn't make the selling, obviously the AI did. Muller, Gnabry, Delaney, who we sold here for 20 million, gets a start, which I don't mind. I think you can get it, Delaney, personally. Goretzka's unreal. Alaba, Hernandez, Upamecano's now moved. Kimmich, and, of course, Nubel is in goal. And look, he's still a very good keeper, and I was this close to signing him over Kat Kerr because he's German as well. But you know what? I think we got the better keeper of the two, and we got a guy that can develop a little bit more. Anyway, a long throw, which we still need to turn off. But what's been happening a lot now is we're actually... Oh, my God, that's gone in. Royce, what have you done? Nubel with a mistake. That's 1-0. I'm finding a lot now that we actually just throw it to the front man now, so I'm just leaving it. Where before, we would just try and get it in, then defenders would get there first. Anyway, Royce, I don't know how this has gone in. Unsided Nubel by probably Gabriel Barbosa. I'm surprised offside hasn't been called, really, because he's impacted play. But... not complaining, 1-0 up inside 10 minutes against Bayern Munich in Munich. Yeah, no dramas at all. Anyway, Lewandowski now on the ball, and you're expecting Bayern to come hard and fast and get back to level pegging. Muller now, Kimmich, back to Nubel. Not as good with his feet as Neuer, but still pretty good, and it's a pretty good kick out to Brandt, finds him perfectly. Julian Brandt now, our former man, with a big switch. Gnabry now gets on it, beating one and moving inside. Julian Brandt again beats one. Gabriel Firmino beat, but Kat Kerr isn't. And it is still 1-0 inside 10 minutes here. And look, we just got to be alert now. Got to be on our toes, play our football, play our possession-based brand of 4-2-3-1, and not concede from this corner, preferably, as Gnabry puts a ball in. Hernandez flicks back stick Lewandowski. Kimmich with time to hit. Hits it. Kat Kerr, what a save. No, he's a big man between the sticks. We brought in the Turkish international to replace Berkey, and he's just come up clutch there. And Stones heads away, who's been playing really well for the English national side. Anyway, Julian Brandt pumps that one away into the stands. Julian Brandt pumps it away into the stands. Whoever was man-marking Brandt, Menino pumped that into the stands. Anyway, long throw. Emre Can might get there first. Haaland's pulled wide into the channel. Still ignored. He had space there. Haaland had space to be released early. In the end, we now look for Haaland. I wasn't on. I'm going to rewind that. 10 seconds. Even here, Chan's got enough power to fire it into Haaland's feet. He can hold it up and let Sancho go. He can put him into the space, get Haaland to run. In the end, just completely ignored, wasn't he? And even now, Sancho could hit that one first time and just clip it into here, relieve the pressure of the press, right? And even if Haaland just holds it up and we go back and recycle, great. And if not, Haaland can go a goal. Never happened, though. And that's the thing, a possession-based football. My question to you in the YouTube is that still possession-based football or long ball football? If we're punting it to a contest like now, that's a bit of long ball football. If you're punting it to a guy, it's not really punting. If you're passing it to a guy in space, a little bit more direct it is, yes, but it's still direct possession-based football because you are giving it to a guy that's in space to get on the ball. Where if we go into a contest, then, that is long ball, right? That's my views on it anyway. Same with a goalkeeper. If a goalkeeper has the ball and he has two centre-backs, full-back, but the winger's here free, and the goalkeeper hits the winger here, hits him on his chest or on his foot, we keep the ball and we play, is that playing out from the back? A lot of people say no, but for me that's yes. The keeper's just gone third line and kept possession of the ball. It's still playing out from the back because he's keeping possession of the football. And then obviously that goes away if it's becoming an aerial challenge. That's for me is the difference between long ball and direct possession-based football. If you're kicking it to a one-on-one contest where it's going to be an aerial challenge, and it's long ball in the air sort of stuff, not a problem. But if you're going direct, right, into someone's feet or someone's chest to keep the ball, and it's 100% pass, that's on. Anyway, speaking about that, Sanchez just fired us 2-0 up. What a move. Enough about me and coaching with my coach's hat on. We should have just enjoyed the build-up play because we have shot Bayern to its core, and we are 2-0 up away from home. And maybe it is a chance to just put us, and say, hey, we're in this title fight. Anyway, Gabriel Barbosa, good run. Emre Can takes a touch into Sancho. Has not really done too much this season. Great run from him, though, from the inside forward role. We do play very narrow for that reason, so they really are on goal. And it is 2-0. And since we have moved us into work the ball into the box, we have looked amazing in the match engine, and that is what you want to see. 35 minutes played, 2-0 up against Bayern Munich. We have to thank Kat Kerr in goals because he's been amazing. And in the end, though, it is a highlight here. Kimmich throws, Muller on the ball, no penalty, please falls back to him. Hummels does well. And so that's a bit of long ball, right? But that's just a clearance. You know what I mean? I'm going to be quiet about it now. Anyway, Upamecano wins. Gnabry now. Ball towards Goretzka. Well blocked off there by Hummels, and Kat Kerr gets on it. Hummels now. Rafael Guerrero, good from building in the back. And saying that, good press from them. Sancho has to probably turn back around, look for Hummels. He does. Now out the other side, please. Into Stones, good football. And now we need to find Gabriel Barbosa's feet. Now we got the overlapping run of Menino. And here we go again. Good build up. Now we need to get one inside. Emre Can, knock it back to Ceballos. Big switches on. Back to Menino now. We go back the same way. Menino now to whip one in. Gabriel Barbosa. Oh, it's blocked. What a move. Falls to Rafael Guerrero. What football by Borussia Dortmund. We have got them playing some form of football, getting in between the lines, playing some scintillating 1-2 touch football. And Bayern are probably a little lucky it is only 2-0 after that highlight. To be fair, we've been super clinical here. The expected goal ratio is a bit on the low side. And saying that, Bayern had a spell of about 5-10 minutes where Kako made a couple of big saves. And it's important to note them as well from your keeper. That's why I spend big money. We didn't really spend big money, but that's why I spend money on a keeper. Anyhow, we are going to get Macias out here. Sancho's absolutely wrecked from international duty, but he's come in and got me a goal, and that's exactly what I wanted. Macias did score for Mexico, but Mexico only had one friendly over the 2 weeks, where a lot of other teams had two. So that is really okay for me because it gives him more minutes that he can play here without being unfit. Anyhow, it's a throw in here to Kimmich, and his throw looking for Gnabry. It looks like a foul by Emre Can. Referee's going to go all the way to the VAR. Hard to tell in 2D. My initial reaction, it was just inside the box, which means this is going to be a pen. But it wouldn't surprise me if it's just outside as well. Hopefully it is just outside. That looked really close, but my initial reaction was a pen. Yeah, look just inside, and it is a penalty. It's a soft one from Emre Can. Katker versus Lewandowski. You back Lewandowski in most times in the up, but Katker's had a great game in goals, and unfortunately goes the wrong way. And it is now 2-1, and Bayern have a way back into it. Haven't really looked like scoring today, apart from a couple of moments, but obviously a penalty that was given, and rightfully so, and Katker goes the wrong way. There's nothing you can do about it. Now we just need to put our head back on our shoulders, keep that head high, and keep playing the same way. Stones looks a little bit legless. I'm going to put Garcia out there, because I think fresh legs at the back is probably important when you're trying to hold on to a lead. We're not going to slow down the tempo, though, because I do feel like if we get on the ball, we still need to play football. We can't sit on a 2-1 lead. Not just yet, anyway. Hernandez now into Goretzka. They've got numbers over here. And that's a good ball into Alaba. Numbers in the box. Back sticks on for him if he wants it. Muller blocked. It was actually Katko that saved it, apparently, according to the SI down there, the commentary team. Haaland looking dead. Royce looking dead. Players looking dead. We're just running out of legs. Kimmich now. Ball in. Hummels clears. It's going to fall as far as Alaba. We're absorbing pressure now. And after this highlight, as long as we don't concede, I am going to go and try and shut up shop here. Anyway, David Alaba. Ball into Brandt. Brandt now still getting across Menino. Don't get beat, my son. He does. Ball in. Sane hits the post, cleared by Garcia. That's going to probably be the highlight. We're hanging on by a thread. We've got dead legs out there everywhere. Mackie is just running down the line. Just be the highlight, please. Right? Tale of two halves. It's been all Bayern Munich this half. And now, I'm not a fan of this, but when you're so far, right, out of the game, you just do it. Regroup, hold shape, slow down the pace. Slow it down. I'm going to drop right off. And to be fair, I haven't done this, but there's something I've seen a few people do. In real life, I would never do this. But force him inside. Force him to all the numbers that were going to sit so narrow and just force us into blocking shots. Force him narrow. Don't let the crosses come into the box. I haven't done this, but apparently on FM this works really well. I'm just going to go with it. I'm not one for parking the bus. Wing back on defend. Wing back on defend. Right, Royce is dead. Emre Can's going to go into here. And we are going to get in Witzel with a little bit more experience. And I'm just going to get Ceballos into a box-to-box as well. And Witzel might go into the ball-winning midfielder role, to be fair, as well. Macias, Barbosa, Haaland can sit in there as well. And there we are, done. Now we're just praying for no highlight here. Bayern have come out and played amazing the second half. In the end, though, time is ticking. Can we get a famous win here in Munich? Time ticks away. That is huge for this season. A tale of two halves. First half, unreal, looked good. And in the second half, we didn't muster a shot. Munich turned up second half. Looked like one of the best teams in world football. But we have to thank our keeper in Katko, who was fantastic. And in the end, we hang on for a 2-1 win. We got to go to the analytical data here. And we have to go into the teams. And we have to look at saves. And we have to look at Dortmund saves. Right, and we have to look at them all. Well done, my son. Oh, well done, son. That one here, that's the one. Reckon he saves this too. Going to TV. This is the one. This is a massive save here. Body's in the box. No one out there. Comes out. That is huge. Spreads himself. Love that. Great save, Kaker. What a man. What a signing. That is massive. I think this is the one that in the first half that was pretty insane too. Yeah, this is the one from Kimmich. That's a great save again. What a keeper we have. What a goalkeeper we have. Look, a lot of credit has to go down to our keeper there. If you're Bayern Munich, you're probably figuring out how you've not drawn or won that game of football. Got to remember, at half-time, we had the same stats, and Bayern Munich had 7 shots 5. Look at the difference now. Munich deserved to win, to probably deserve the point, and they took the game to us and looked amazing. The penalty was the game changer. I'm not one to sit back and absorb pressure, but in the end, I do not care. It is a massive result, a massive game. Kaker the legend. What a player. You love it when keepers go massive for you. And it is the Turkish wall that has denied Bayern Munich in match day 2 of the 2-game episode that you've seen today. The Turkish wall in Kaker has got us 3 points. What a keeper. What a performance. And we are going to end today's episode with his screen up there. Look, absolutely loved it. We win in the Europa League and we've gone and beaten Bayern Munich. We are on level points with Bayern. We are behind them because of goal difference, but we are well in the title fight on early form. And that is a massive win for us. From Damo and everybody else here, I'll see you next time. Next episode will probably be a Europa League game doubleheader, where we'll see us probably qualify for the Europa League. I don't know when that's going to be, but I'll leave that up to myself to decide, and a little bit of suspense for you guys to see next time out. If you've enjoyed the episode, like it down below. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. And remember, the saying for the episode was, Damo, go check on the dog. There we are. I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.